really and truthfully, like, share, subscribe. I don't know what it is, even since he was a kid, like, I never can understand it. It got to be something else to it. But God got to be involved with that. I don't know what that was about. Even like when like, man, I tell you, like, when we was kids, like the nursery where the church is, where the dirt is, like, it's like okay, it's because he lives right across the street from Usher's grandmother. Behind Usher's grandma's house is where it's at, basically, right? I mean, it's like one house, boom, and there go the dirt. So, his dad, when we was kids, would walk over there with us and stuff, watch us on there, jump, do a little, in the dirt or whatever, right? So, he'd be like, oh, man, let Jody ride. Man, he has done like that. I'm like, what the heck? But all her life he been stingy. And I guess once he got a little older, not really having no real cars or, really having none, he ended up coming across some jewelry. I don't know how he'd end up doing that. But he was flossing on me for about 6 months, right? He was playing Young Jeezy and all kinds of junk. I wasn't reading it, but I wasn't really even, like, you owe me money, but I'm trying to figure this situation out of what you were, but no, he had gave me that $1,000, right? When he had the jury, right? Now that, so he gave me that $1,000, right? And but money that my grandmother was holding for me was $1,000 short. Okay, but now we go back into it. I don't think my grandma would be like, "Oh yeah, here, go take. I'm gonna take $1,000 out of his situation, and I'm gonna just give it to you. You go give it to him, and then like it." I don't believe that. What I really believe happened is because, okay, I knew something was weird though. I already knew. I already knew something was weird in my house, like some cameras or something. Because I'm like, okay, it was strange. Little weird stuff happened, get kicked out and all kind of little stuff, right? And I'm like, I'm not really following it though, and I'm trying to understand it, but I'm not understanding what is all this transpiring, all kind of little weird stuff, right? So end up, money is something else, boy. Your own people, it don't matter. They don't give a damn. But so end up like and share, subscribe. So end up he had, what happened? Even his dad, man, one time when I traded my 63 Impala, his dad went and bought him a Cadillac, because I had a Cadillac. I traded my 63 Impala for a Cadillac. It was like, I don't know, I don't even think that was candy, but it was sparkly. It was sparkly blue and gold with gold emblems and all that. Only thing I needed to do was just put new interior in it. Other than that, it had Vogues, Dayton's. It was nice. It was nice music, everything, right? But I don't even know why I got it. My baby's mom was like, she liked it. And basically what I did was just she would drive it all the time. She had a little Peugeot, and I would drive that, but she would drive it all the time, to work and stuff. I didn't care, whatever. But end up basically, his dad bought him a Cadillac. His dad would always, it probably hurt his heart too, when I'm coming through low riders and foreign cars and anything, basically all kind of stuff. So all for years, you know what I mean? I mean, he ain't never even had a car with rims, but like he had man, one time when I blasted him a 10-pack, right? This fool was just giving the work away. I mean, this fool, my folks was laughing, the joke. They like, man, this nigga gave me like, I mean, he was dumping peas for like $100 a jug. I'm like, what? Mind you, I told him he could go blast it with me, right? But he did something totally different. He wanted to go hang out with his buddies. He liked going to the South and hanging out with his boys, which ain't no big deal. That's what he likes to do. That's cool. That has nothing to do with me, I just try to always help him, look out, So, yeah, that took place, man, and it was crazy. So, he ended up basically, he never had a car on rims, nothing, like, nothing, no nice cars, nothing. So, I don't know. I really can't explain all that, And I know, he started he liked to control situations. So when he started playing with the work and all that, he could control people's that's on that crap and all that crap, and I'm pretty sure he probably utilizes that to try to, mess up other stuff. I don't know. I can't really fathom his strategy, or what. Like I said, I don't know if somebody else was asking him for stuff to come ask me and then, just not pay him back, or I don't know what was transpiring. But I know for a fact, like, he didn't know how to, put nothing on no calculator or nothing, And we was like 20 years old at that time. He didn't know how to, none of that type of stuff. And I didn't know this until I found out what he was doing, And I'm like, wow. Because we never really be around each other. Okay, I go, hang out, or we might even be together. It just all depends, you know what I mean, how things go. But most time he liked to go hang out with his buddies, and I hang out with my buddies or whatever, or whatever. But he basically, he grew up. Hey, he brought the Tony Hawk. He had the Tony Hawk skateboard, the Nintendo, the little motorcycle. I don't know where they found that motorcycle at to give him. Hey, I'll tell you like this. Hey, my next door neighbor and them had motorcycles too, right? The one, my folks, the Black Police Association. Hey, I'm gonna give you a good story on that one. Oh my God, I'm gonna give you. Oh my God, I forgot all about that. Oh, a great story about Mr. J and how that transpired or whatever, right? It was crazy. So it's strange though, like I've been like paying attention to stuff like, and it'd be like, it seemed like everybody around me that was burning me is doing good. So they must have been giving it to the right person or something. Make sure, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what was going on. It did, you know, I can't fathom the angles, you know, especially the way it turned out. But you know, things happen. I'm gonna be all right. You know, I don't know how, but you know, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna figure it out. You know, or maybe I might be in jail for the rest of my life. I don't know, but you know, most of all, I think I'll be all right. You know, it's gonna work out. But hopefully, Lord willing, you know, or I might just, because I already can see the traps. I can see all the traps. It's all a trap. Basically, it's all felonious, you know. Yeah, they got this thing all wired and set up. And what they want from you, what they really want is to figure out how to box you in. And I've been noticing that, and I've been paying attention to people playing with different stuff and playing with stuff that, a lot of playing going on, but all you can do is just stay away from them type of rat people, you know what I mean? Suckers. You can see it a mile away. Or, it might be a girl cousin, or it might be a guy cousin, or your brother, or, it might be everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what? I tried to tell my people, like, my one cousin, we didn't live together, everything, you know what I mean? We didn't been around. You know my demeanor, you know how I am, and everything pretty much, as far as how I am. So for things to transpire the way it transpired, it was just, that's what they wanted to do anyway, and I would sleep on it, pretty much. But I can't see any other reason why a person would play with your life or play with your finances. They got to do with life challenges or life, situations, So that's going to tell a story in itself, because they really wasn't trying to see me make it anyway. When I really pay attention, hit me with the FBI, this DEA, and this and that and that. Ain't nobody just came up with that to do stuff like somebody directed them to do that. Bank up cases on me and bank up, situations that, trying to build like a portfolio of basically, I'm not credible to be even existing. You know what I mean? Basically, in a nutshell, that's all it is. Greed, hate, envy. I don't know why, but, it'd be like stuff like, how could I explain it? Like, sometimes people just don't like you. You know what I mean? Your own family members or whatever. Regardless of what they talk. I done seen them sit up, smile, and laugh with me and joke and this and that. until, you know what I'm saying, until they can down there put me in a bind or something, you know. And then they be showing the veins. I think even one time, you know, after my grandma died, I went over the house one time, man. My aunt, my girl cousin, they was like, it was some strange stuff. It was damn near like they was gonna try to jump me or something. I don't know what it was. You know, they came with their shoes off and looking at me like, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm thinking most times be like, hey, how y'all doing? You know, hey. You know, it was some strange stuff. And I was just like, dang, that's strange. You know, but I'm sure that would help for other things to transpire if somebody seen that, you know. But just like the money situation, then that woke me up to something. There's some cameras in my house. Because really what I think transpired is whoever seen it on the cameras of my grandmother go put my money up somewhere, they went and snatched what they wanted and gave it to my folks and had him come pay me like it was, you know, him actually paying me something on what he owed me. You know what I mean? Because I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. He ended up coming up with $1,000 all of a sudden. He don't go in my house. You know what I mean? He probably been in my house maybe 3 times in 30 years. You know what I mean? You know, possibly in 30 years. You know, because I don't really be like around my house or my grandma's house. He done been to my place or other places I've had in Vegas or, you know, different things, other places and stuff, you know. Yeah, I took him with me and, you know, or flew him out with me or whatever. I don't know. But I don't be like really like, because my grandma, I ain't never had that leeway. Everybody else in my family, they had their friends over. I never had that access like that. But like, again, we all been taught differently. We all have different parents. We all have different parenting. So all that takes a toll. I mean, takes it you know, that all plays a part. You know what I mean? I mean, like my dad, farthest he ever, since I've been alive, what I saw, he just come to the driveway and call, and I just come outside, right? Never come in the house. I've never seen my dad come in my house. I've been in his houses, but I ain't never seen him come in my house. Like, but that's how it be, you know. But, you know, like, share, subscribe. But overall, you know, I try to tell him, man, I don't know where that spirit came from, but, you know, I hope he is able to, you know, figure it out to denounce that spirit that's in his system of just jealousy, hate, envy, whatever it is. All I know is what I've saw, you know, different things. It doesn't make sense, like, for come crying to you and then you help them and then they don't want to take care of you, look out for somebody come and always begging you for something and you help them and then they like, that's it. I'm like, yeah. It ain't a soul on earth I ever did that for, you know what I mean? Or did that to, or, you know, anything like that. But that's the way it go, man, you know. I'll never be able to figure. Hopefully I will one day, you know. Hopefully I'll get an understanding on that, you know. And overall, you know, I think that The worst thing to do, hey, you know, he played baseball with me. You know what I mean? You know, they put him in right field, right? He couldn't hit nothing, right? You know, he never really played no sports or nothing, you know. But you know, he played some baseball. His dad put him in baseball, you know. I remember when first was playing on the team. Had some girls, right? I'm gonna tell you that. I gotta write this stuff down. I gotta tell you that on another story. I can't tell you that one now. But it was another one I was gonna tell you about, and I'm gonna have to look at this video to see what, because I know I had kind of spoke about it. Then I was like, nah, let me hold up and tell another story about it, you know. But you know, like, we always went to different schools. He went to Horseman. I went to Gompers and different things like that, you know. But, you know, you got to check it out. Like, subscribe, share.